Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 100 years, it has been a torchbearer for Sanatan Dharma's values, even during times when a progressive Bharatvarsh was rapidly transforming into a modern India and adopting and embracing Western technology, education system, as well as lifestyle and values. Even when ancient civilizational wisdom of the Vedas, Purans, and other sacred Hindu texts like the Gita and the Ramayana were being debated, when many dared questioning the relevance of the scriptures and derided them as mythological or even fairy tales, the Gita Press continued to shine a light through the darkness. This in my hand is the copy of the Ramcharitmanas, which has the Gita Press as its publication and publisher, which has been an organization that has printed crores and crores of copies of the Gita, the Ramayana, the Purans, the Upanishads, and made them available to every young Indian in every household. It has given all Indians, rich or poor, affordable access to the values of Bharatvarsh, the world's oldest civilization, minus any selfish or hidden agenda for conversion or for profit. Not one advertisement, not one source of money raising other than just social commitments and donations have seen this publisher carry on its yeoman service to Sanatan Dharma for the last century. But when Gita Press was finally recognized with the Gandhi Peace Prize for 2021, critics came out and called it the furtherance of the Hindutva agenda. The Congress party has likened it to an award for Nathuram Godse and Hindu ideologue Savarkar. The opposition asks, why give one of the top honors to the Gita Press? Listen in to the various sounds of objections that have come in from the opposition.
आप गीता प्रेस गोरखपुर को कोई और पुरस्कार दे देते, आप एक के बदले 100 करोड़ दे देते। आपके पास बहुत तरीके हैं देने के, बहुत सारे मित्र लोग हैं आपके, लेकिन गांधी के धर्म की जो अवधारणा थी वो गीता प्रेस की अवधारणा से मेल नहीं खाती। और गीता प्रेस का क्या रोल था, किस तरह की भूमिका थी गांधी जी को लेकर के, इसकी भी समझ नहीं है आपको।
Not just Manoj Jha of the RJD, Jairam Ramesh also put out a tweet likening this recognition to that of giving an award to Godse and Savarkar. The BJP has, of course, accused the Congress of being compulsive appeasers who would oppose any institution dedicated to upholding of Hindu or Sanatan values. Listen in.
जिन लोगों को अपनी विरासत पर गौरव की अनुभूति नहीं होता, जो लोग अपने आप को एक्सीडेंटल हिंदू कहते थे, उनके वर्तमान वंशज भी गीता प्रेस को मिले इस सम्मान को नहीं पचा पा रहे हैं, क्योंकि गीता प्रेस को मिला यह सम्मान सनातन हिंदू धर्म के प्रति अनुराग रखने वाले दुनिया के 100 करोड़ हिंदुओं का सम्मान है।
गीता प्रेस भारत की संस्कृति से जुड़ी है, हमारे इतिहास के साथ जुड़ी है, हिंदू मान्यताओं के साथ भी जुड़ी है, और जैसे आपने कहा कि अफोर्डेबल लिटरेचर का निर्माण करती है, घर घर में वो पहुंची हुई है। और इसके ऊपर आरोप कौन लोग लगा रहे हैं, मैं अभी तर्क की बात कर रहे थे, जो कह रहे हैं कि मुस्लिम लीग सेकुलर थी। मुस्लिम लीग ने ही 2 नेशन थियरी दी इस देश को, मुस्लिम लीग ने ही बंटवारा करवाया।
Post independence, organizations like PFI oppose that. I do not know which side the Congress is standing. And also, in addition to that, I must say that it's not, Congress is not in favor of Gita and talk about Gita Press, because Subhash Chandra Bose used to carry Gita in his pocket.
कांग्रेस तो अपने को ही नारायण समझती है, अपनी सेवा कराना चाहती है, जरूरत पड़ने पे अपनी ही सारा जितने करप्शन के केसेस हैं 12 लाख करोड़ के, वो बताते हैं कि ये लोग अपने अलावे अपने परिवार के अलावे किसी का सोचते ही नहीं।
देखिए ये गीता प्रेस को गांधी शांति पुरस्कार देने के अंदर कोई भी राजनीति नहीं करनी चाहिए। कांग्रेस क्योंकि आज साफ साफ दिखाई देता है मुस्लिम लीग के साथ में खड़ी है, जो देश के टुकड़े करते हैं उनके साथ में खड़ी हुई है।
Viewers, on the Newshour tonight, there's little to debate if Gita Press deserves the Gandhi Peace Prize or not. However, the Congress party definitely needs to answer if it has forgotten the seminal impact Bhagavad Gita had on India's freedom movement, as it inspired a generation of freedom fighters or Karm yogis to fight on for rescuing the motherland from both physical and metaphysical colonization. Have they forgotten that Mahatma Gandhi himself had lauded publisher Hanuman Prasad Podar for doing great service to God through welfare and through Gita Press? The critics, including the Congress, must answer tonight. What is their compulsion to sully the Samman for Sanatan? And that is the legitimate question that we are asking tonight. Why is the Congress not looking at the fact that the Gita Press has, on its premises, Ram, Krishan and Mahatma Gandhi, and still questioning the Samman for Sanatan Seva? Why is it doing that? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, Rahul Ishwar, activist. Also joining me tonight, Sanjay Jha, author and suspended leader of the Congress Party, Manoj Kaka, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Rohit Agarwal, spokesperson of the Rashtriya Lok Dal. But my first question goes to Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Congress Party extremely opposed to the award being given to Gita Press. What is the reason for this? For the party to whom Muslim League seems absolutely secular, for whom ISIS and Boko Haram are icons to be honored, for whom Osama bin Laden is Osama ji, for whom even Mr. Naik is extremely respectful. I want to ask you, why do they have an objection to an award being given to Gita Press?
There is a typical characteristic mindset of Congress party, not from the time of Rahul Gandhi, but in the time of Jawaharlal Nehru ji. They are having a bias that Muslim League is secular and BJP is communal, the RSS is communal, and today they have crossed beyond the limit that Muslim League is pure and chaste and Gita Press Gorakhpur is doubtful and dubious. And this I am saying with firm conviction that Jawaharlal Nehru on 6th of January 1948, 24 days before the murder of Mahatma Gandhi, has written letter to various chief ministers that the Muslim League meetings, they are not very sure that they are doing any communal agenda, but Hindu and Sikh extremism is rising, so put a very harsh action on RSS. I am again quoting 24 days before Mahatma Gandhi's murder. So they are very well planned, but my submission today is more problematic. Because Rahul Gandhi uses to say that we used to look in the rear mirror. But the fact of the matter is, I think they are having a sticker on their rear mirror that in 2023, if an award is given, suddenly they go back to 1947. एक कहावत होती ना मजाक में, हर चीज अंग्रेजों के जमाने की सोचना, जी वो मैंने अंग्रेजों के जमाने में ये किया था, अंग्रेजों के जमाने में चले जाते हैं. But they are not having problem with Gita Press Gorakhpur, they are having with the Gita. Because in 2014, when Prime Minister went to America and he has presented Gita to then President Barack Obama, they made such a hue and cry. This is a communal agenda which BJP is pursuing, and they've themselves have forgotten that Lokmanya Tilak has written Gita Rahasya. Mahatma Gandhi has written on Gita Anasakti Yog, sitting in Kausani, and various leaders like Dr. Sampurnanand has written on Gita, and I would like to say with firm conviction, sir, Gita is the only religious text which has been quoted by Robert Oppenheimer when first atomic bomb was disclosed on 16th of July 1945. Then he quoted what Krishna Bhagwan has said in Gita, and he studied Gita, and with firm conviction and due humility I would like to say, can you quote any religious text which is being quoted by any scientist? That too of such a high level, one of the biggest discovery of the human race. And second thing, that scientist doesn't belong to that religion. And third thing, never it is being said that you come to our religion. Such a grandeur of Gita, they were having such an utmost disrespect. So Prime Minister Modi was giving a very appropriate thing that he has given it to US President at the time, remembering of what type of impact on scientific and development of US Gita was having. But unfortunately कोई बात नहीं, आपके दिल में तो जो हिकारत है वो तब से है और आज तक है, and that is same being reflected what has been said by Jairam Ramesh. And one more thing I would like to say, he has quoted a book of Akshay Mukul in 2015. I'm not going into but the same person on September 2014 has tweeted, now it is time for Congress to say goodbye to Rahul Gandhi, because after Rahul Gandhi has left, they are winning comfortably in the by-polls. So if you are considering that fellow as such a lighthouse for you, then what is your reaction on what he has said, that this is a time to say goodbye for Rahul Gandhi to politics?
Dr. Sanjay Jha. Dr. Sanjay Jha, many questions raised there by Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, but let me also add to them. What is the Congress's problem with Gita Press? The fact that 16.2 crore copies of Bhagavad Gita have been printed and provided by them and taken by people in India. Almost 12 crore copies of Tulsidas, which includes the Ramcharitmanas, have been distributed across India. Almost 3 crore copies of the Purans and the Upanishads. Is that your problem? Because Akshay Mukul, who is quoted by the Congress party, said as Gita Press stands within striking distance of a century, the only organization that may be said to parallel its success is the Bible Society. बाइबल सोसाइटी पे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी आपको, पर गीता प्रेस पे है. Why, sir? Why, Dr. Jha?
Yeah, Navika, good evening to you and to the panelists and to the viewers. I will take half the time that my friend Sudhanshu ji has taken, and I will debunk a lot of the disingenuous arguments he's made on your show, because I respect your viewers and your viewers should be told the truth. Number one, Sudhanshu ji सनातन धर्म पर इतना प्रवचन करते हैं, तो जरा बोलते प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को मणिपुर जाने के लिए. उसके ये बात मैं पहले कहना चाहूंगा, उसके बाद आपके प्रश्नों का मैं जवाब देता हूं. ये पाखंडी राजनीति बंद कीजिए, दुनिया देख रही है आपको. प्रधानमंत्री के मुंह से एक शब्द नहीं निकला और भारत के 100 से ज्यादा लोग वहां पर मर चुके हैं और अब जानते हैं कितना हालात वहां पर नाजुक है. शर्म की बात है, शर्म की बात है. Now let me answer your question, Navika. Number one, I have read the book in part. I have the book with me. I confess I haven't read the entire book. But I did read a lot of the interviews that Akshay Mukul gave, and he's done a comprehensive study on the entire Gita Press. I want to make my statements very responsibly. I do believe that Gita Press did a human service in actually providing religious texts, which I think they did at lower than the cost of production. That made it appealing to many people. I'm a Hindu. I'm a very proud Hindu. I'm a religious man. I'm not communal. There's a big difference between the two. And I do believe that the Gita Press needs to be congratulated for the work they did. Where is the problem? And I'll tell you, that is the point that we need to discuss on your program. The award that has been given on the issue of a Gandhi Peace Prize. Now there is a fundamental problem. And let me tell you, the BJP will talk to you about a stamp which was issued in the honor of Mr. Podar, etc. That is also correct. There's nothing wrong. The issue is giving an award which links Mahatma Gandhi and peace to the Gita Press. And I'll give you 5 instances of why Sudhanshu ji has a lot to answer to your viewers and to your panelists. Number one, it is a fact, it is on record that they as in, the Gita Press and the Kalyan newspaper, attacked Gandhi ji for the partition of India. when the two-nation theory is actually something that the Hindu Mahasabha and the RSS bought into. I mean, that was a Vinayak Damodar Savarkar thesis, which the Muslim League agreed to. I mean, how can you blame Gandhiji for that? Number one. Number two, after Gandhiji was assassinated, 25,000 people were rounded up, and amongst them were very prominent people, including Mr. Podar of the Gita Press. In Gandhiji's assassination, they were not convicted, but let me tell you, the needle of suspicion was extremely strong. That's condemnable to begin with. Number three, they attacked the Hindu Code Bill, which is really the reformative Hindu reform in terms of personal laws. And that's what Gandhiji and Dr. Ambedkar stood for. I mean, how can you give a Gandhi Peace Award to a party or to an organization that stood against the very fundamental principles Gandhiji died for? I mean, they attacked B.R. Ambedkar. I mean, here is, Sudhanshu ji talking about, and ultimately about BJP, where they perpetuate the caste system. This is an upper caste party. I mean, their social engineering is nothing but an electoral gimmick, and the world knows that. Let me give you one more example. It's very fundamental.
No, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there because you mentioned B.R. Ambedkar, and let me tell you what Mr. B.R. Ambedkar wrote about Gandhiji and the caste system. This is B.R. Ambedkar, and I want to tell you, before 1932, Mr. Gandhi was opposed to allow untouchables to enter Hindu temples. To quote in his own words of Mr. Gandhi, he said, "How is it possible that antyajas should or untouchables should have the right to enter all the existing temples as long as the law of caste and ashram has the chief place in Hindu religions? To say that every Hindu can enter every temple is a thing that is not possible today." That was said by Mr. Gandhi. So now condemn Mr. Gandhi as well? Why don't you do that?
Navika, let me tell you here. We can all do a selective cherry picking. I'm not saying that you're doing it. We can all do that.
But
the issue here is...
But isn't that exactly what the Congress party is doing, Sudhanshu Trivedi ji? Am I cherry picking or is Dr. Sanjay Jha cherry picking?
I'll give you just one example.
So, Dr. Sanjay Jha, you were saying...
Just give me 5 seconds, Sudhanshu ji, I'm done.
Bol lijiye.
Thank you, Sudhanshu.
Okay.
The fact remains, Navika, that there was a call to actually take on some violent manifestations against the Muslims of India in 1946 in, I think, their 13th issue. I mean, it was literally a call for violence, for murder. I mean, this is not something that Gandhiji ever endured. So there is a diametrical contradiction here between the award and the Gandhi Peace being linked to it. The BJP is free to award the Gita Press whatever they want. I agree with that. I also agree with Sudhanshu ji, they have done good work. But let's agree that they were on different ideological platforms. And that is something that we need to say.
Ji.
Sorry. Thank you, Sudhanshu.
Now I will respond point by point to what Sanjay Jha ji has said. On the issue of Dr. Ambedkar, I would like to urge the viewers, you neither believe on my word, don't believe on Sanjay Jha's word. Dr. Ambedkar, in the last years of his life, 1955, he has given an interview to BBC, which is still available on internet, in the voice of Dr. Ambedkar himself. And go and listen what he has said about Mahatma Gandhi. Your eyes will be open. So, इसलिए जो आप cherry picking कह रहे हैं, it's not cherry picking. I can quote n number of things from Dr. Ambedkar's literature, but I am quoting only that interview which is available in his own voice still. Now, coming to that aspect which you are saying that Pakistan's partition and two-nation theory was provided, sir, what you are talking about, sir? Pakistan in its official history says that it was Sir Syed Ahmad who has laid down the foundation of Pakistan on which the building was built by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And Sir Syed Ahmad in December 1887 in his speech in Lucknow and 14th March 1888 in Meerut he has said, हम हिंदुओं की प्रजा बनके नहीं रह सकते, हमने हुकूमत की है इनके ऊपर. और ब्रिटिश सरकार के जाने के बाद सावरकर was 4 years old. और संजय झा जी आप जितना भी मुस्कुरा लें, पाकिस्तान जानते हैं अपनी हिस्ट्री में क्या लिखता है? Pakistan was founded on 712 AD when Muhammad bin Qasim first invaded Sindh. क्या बच्चों जैसी बात करते हैं। मतलब इंडिया की हिस्ट्री नहीं मानते, पाकिस्तान की हिस्ट्री नहीं मानते, अपनी बनाई हिस्ट्री में पूरी तरीके से चलते हैं और अपने मन। एंड नाउ ऑन द इश्यू ऑफ गांधी जी's murder, I would like to say one more thing. Nehru has written a letter to Sardar Patel on 26th of February कि भाई ढंग से जांच नहीं हो रही है, आरएसएस वालों के ऊपर सख्ती नहीं हो रही है, वो गिरफ्तार नहीं हो रहे हैं। अगेन 27 फरवरी सरदार पटेल रिप्लाई, जो सरदार पटेल के सिलेक्टेड लेटर्स में पब्लिश्ड है, उन्होंने कहा कि गांधी जी की मर्डर से जुड़े हुए इशू को मैं डे टू डे देख रहा हूं, एवरी डे, और अभी तक का निष्कर्ष यह है कि इसमें आरएसएस का कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं दिख रहा है। Even he has said 10 people have been come under suspicion, 8 are arrested, 2 will be arrested soon. और उन्होंने कहा कि ये गांधी जी का जो मर्डर है इसका उतना व्यापक स्कोप नहीं है जितना कि लग रहा था, ये चंद मुट्ठी भर लोगों का काम है। ये कौन कह रहा है? दैट मिनिस्टर हु इज मॉनिटरिंग द इन्वेस्टिगेशन। और नेहरू क्या कह रहे हैं? नहीं नहीं नहीं, आरएसएस है, मुझे पहले से पता था। आई हैव कोटेड सर 26 ऑफ फरवरी 1948 नेहरू जी लेटर, ये सिलेक्टेड वर्क्स ऑफ जवाहरलाल नेहरू, शायद सीरीज 2 में है, और जो दूसरा मैंने कोट किया ये सरदार पटेल के लेटर्स में है। इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं सर, प्रॉब्लम क्या है, ये नेहरू मेमोरियल पे बहुत हल्ला मचा दिया। अरे नेहरू मेमोरियल में जाके जरा पढ़ लिए होते ना कि आपके नेताओं ने क्या लिखा है, तो दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाता।
एक बात बताइए सुधांशु जी, गांधी जी के असैसिनेशन के बाद गीता प्रेस चुप क्यों रही? उनको तो लगा कि ये हादसा हुआ ही नहीं है, इतना भयानक हादसा, फादर ऑफ द नेशन वाज मर्डर्ड एंड द गीता प्रेस वाज साइलेंट। वो ठीक है, आप जरा इसका जवाब दीजिए। उनके लिए तो लगा कि कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है, उसका जवाब दीजिएगा।
Okay, silence is now being seen as something for which you will call it communal. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, because Gita Press was silent on the assassination of Gandhi ji, now that is being used as the torch bearer of the allegation that Gita Press is communal. Please respond.
Amongst others.
Good evening, Sanjay. Yeah, good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists. You know, Sanjay, my very good friend, when he started his monologue, he said, Navika, I will take only half the time as Dr. Sudhanshu ji has taken. By all means, Sanjay, take 10 times the amount that he has taken, if only you are as logical and rational as Sudhanshu ji. We really don't mind. But it is a travesty to have listened to you for the last 5 minutes. Please don't mind it. I say it in very good humor, because let me quote a few quotes of Dr. Ambedkar as far as Mahatma Gandhi is concerned before I come to the thrust of my thesis. Gandhi is cunning, not sincere. Treachery and deceit are his weapons. He practices muh mein Ram, bagal mein chhuri. If such a person can be called a Mahatma, by all means call Gandhi a Mahatma. But according to me, he is no more than simple Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. The politics of Gandhi is hollow and noisy, most dishonest politics. He is the single man responsible for eliminating morality. This is what Dr. Ambedkar talked about Gandhi. क्या बोल रहे हो संजय? 10 मिनट ले लो, लेकिन सच तो बोलो. Now, Navika, please give me 3-4 minutes, because it's very important. I've been waiting very patiently and I didn't interrupt anyone. So I hope nobody would interrupt me. Look, a publisher who has published 417 million books, including 162 million Bhagavad Gitas in 14 languages, has kept the flickering flame of Hindu culture, knowledge, wisdom and civilization alive through his selfless act of service lasting exactly 100 years, deserves this nation's highest honor. But that highest honor is not the Gandhi Prize. To give Gita Press the Gandhi Prize is an insult to the Gita Press. Amusing and crazy that the debate today is whether the right organization got the Gandhi Prize. It's like debating whether the right person got the Aurangzeb Prize. Arey bhai, we should be debating whether we should be having the Gandhi Prize in the first place. Because to have the Gandhi Prize to begin with is an insult to India. Let me explain and deal with only facts. Traveling during Naokali riots, Manu, the underage grandniece of Mahatma Gandhi, who was forced to sleep with him, told Gandhi she had mislaid his pumice stone. Incensed, he ordered her to revisit the last stop. The terrified Manu, just 16 years old, walked 30 miles, Navika, retrieved the wretched pumice stone and threw it at Gandhi. And in return, you know what Gandhi told her? Quote, had a rioter assaulted and killed you, my heart would have danced with joy. But there is worse. down with pneumonia and suffering terribly. The British doctors wanted to give Kasturba Gandhi penicillin, the wonder drug against pneumonia that had saved millions. But Gandhi forbade it. He said prayers would cure her. I am happy beyond measure, he said, when Ba died the next day. And the same Gandhi later allowed doctors to give him quinine when he was down with malaria. But there is worse. Gandhi was a racist bigot. He said, quote, white people
well.
dominating race.
Anand Ranganathan, there are sentiments of many Indians who are, very attached to Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi as the father of the nation. You know, before you call him all of these names, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, I would request...
calling him names, I'm taking facts. I'm talking facts. You dispute me on facts, Navika, I challenge you.
It may be a fact for you, but it may incense and hurt a million people, a crores of people.
Shame on you, Anand. Shame on you.
Facts can hurt people.
Anand, you are a scandal and a shame.
You know, but Dr. Anand Ranganathan, today we are not analyzing Mr. Gandhi. We are only analyzing whether the Congress's objection to the award being given to Gita Press is based on facts or fiction.
Navika, we are analyzing why a so-called wrong entity has been given the Gandhi Prize. I am saying it is an insult that we have the Gandhi Prize. Dispute me on facts.
Navika, I think
that's a debate for another day. That's a debate for another day. Sorry about that, but this is a debate for another day on whether there should be the existence. How come you haven't opposed it before today when the Gita Press got this award? But let me get in Manoj Kaka. Manoj Kaka of the Samajwadi Party. I'm coming in 1 minute. I want to ask Manoj Kaka of the Samajwadi Party. समाजवादी पार्टी को क्या दिक्कत है अगर गांधी पीस प्राइज गीता प्रेस को मिलता है? क्या आप कांग्रेस के साथ सहमत है जो कहती है कि गांधी पीस प्राइज अगर गीता प्रेस को मिलता है तो इसका मतलब गोडसे और सावरकर को दिया गया है? क्या आप इस सोच से हैं? जिस पार्टी ने मुस्लिम लीग को सेक्युलर कहा है, आज वो गीता प्रेस को कम्युनल कह रहा है? कोई तथ्य है?
नहीं, देखिए नाविका जी, आप एक ख्याति लब्ध पत्रकार हैं और आपकी बात दुनिया के कई सारे देशों में सुनी जाती है। उसका जवाब कांग्रेस के साथी ने दिया और कांग्रेस का क्या रुख है उस पर कांग्रेस ने बताया। लेकिन जो हमारा कंसर्न है, जो समाजवादी पार्टी आपके प्रश्नों के संदर्भ में क्या सोचती है, तो निश्चित रूप से ये तो साफ है कि इस देश के विचारों का, इस देश के संस्कृति का अगर कोई नायक हो सकता है तो निश्चित रूप से गांधी हैं, गांधी रहेंगे। इस देश के विचारों का, इस देश के पद्धति का, इसके जीवन संस्कृति का कभी भी नायक सुधांशु भाई के आदर्श पुरुष नाथूराम गोडसे और नारायण आप्टे तो नहीं हो सकते। अब सवाल आपने ये कहा कि गीता प्रेस को दिया गया, उस पर समाजवादी पार्टी क्या सोचती है? निश्चित रूप से वो अगर दिया गया है, गीता प्रेस ने धर्म, आपने कहा कि स्क्रिप्चर धर्म ग्रंथों के बारे में उन्होंने बढ़िया काम करा है, निश्चित रूप से दिया जाना चाहिए। लेकिन उसी बनारस में लम्ही में आप मुंशी प्रेमचंद जी को भी जानती होंगी, बहुत सादे जनवादी भी लेखक हैं जिन्होंने भारत के ग्रामीण अंचल को, लोगों के दुश्वारियों को बहुत बखूबी उकेरा है, लिखा है, जो देश और दुनिया भर में पढ़ा गया है। उनको भी गांधी का पुरस्कार, गांधी शांति पुरस्कार दिया जाना चाहिए।
साहित्य के कई पुरस्कार मिले हैं
और समाजवादी पार्टी,
आप एक प्रकाशन करने वाली जो एक संस्था है उसको आप कंपेयर कर रहे हैं एक लेखक से। साहित्य के अवार्ड्स नहीं दिए गए हैं तो आपका ऑब्जेक्शन किस बात से है कि गीता प्रेस को क्यों मिला और मुंशी प्रेमचंद को गांधी पीस प्राइज क्यों नहीं मिला?
मैं आपसे ये कह रहा हूं कि अगर आप पुरस्कार के बारे में ठीक से पढ़ी होंगी तो व्यक्ति और संस्था दोनों को दी जा सकती है। क्या मैं गलत हूं कि सही हूं, ये तो आप जानती होंगी। तो बहुत और मरणोपरांत दी जा सकती है। तो मैं तो कह रहा हूं कि सबसे पहले ये पुरस्कार अंबेडकर को भी दिया जाना चाहिए। इनहिलेशन ऑफ कास्ट कितनी बढ़िया किताब उन्होंने लिखा,
और 10 साल आपकी सरकार थी तो क्यों नहीं दिलवा दिया?
पर वो लोग क्यों डफली पीट रहे हैं? जो गांधी के हत्या के स्वयं दोषी हो, जो गांधी के हत्या में गांधी के विचारधारा के हत्यारे हों, वो लोग इतना क्यों उतावले हैं, उतने क्यों प्रशंसक रहे हैं?
पहले तो ये क्लियर कर दीजिए सुधांशु जी, क्या 25,000 लोग सब हत्यारे थे जिनको लिया गया हिरासत में उस दौर में? और अगर कोई केस प्रूव नहीं होता है तो भी उनको हत्यारा कहा जाना, क्या ये सही है?
आप नहीं
सुधांशु जी
बिल्कुल सुनिए नाविका जी,
मुझे लगता है कि काका जी डिबेट पे बैठ के,
मैं खत्म कर रहा हूं नाविका, एक मिनट मैं खत्म कर रहा हूं नाविका, आप सुन लीजिए, आप ही डिबेट
बोल लीजिए।
आप डिबेट में कोई बुलाता है तो हम लोग आते हैं, आप बहुत ख्याति लब्ध व्यक्ति हैं, आप अपना चारण चंपन करते हैं,
बताइए,
लेकिन जो सवाल है उसके संदर्भ में
आपका तथ्य क्या है, आपका आर्ग्यूमेंट क्या है?
मैं जो बात कह रहा हूं, मैं तथ्य नाविका जी यही है कि सावरकर भी उसमें सबूतों के अभाव में बरी किए गए। उन्होंने, कोर्ट ने कभी उनको ससम्मान बरी नहीं किया, सबूतों के अभाव में बरी किए गए। और कौन नहीं जानता है कि गांधी को मारने वाले कौन लोग थे? 4 फरवरी 1948 को देश के प्रथम गृह मंत्री ने किस संस्था पर आरोप लगाया? गांधी के हत्या के बाद किस संस्था के लोगों ने मिठाइयां बांटी है? देश और दुनिया जानती है। और गांधी के सामने आपको दुनिया भर में झुकना पड़ेगा। एक ऐसा भारत में व्यक्ति हुआ जो एक साथ इस दुनिया के 3 महाद्वीपों में अपना प्रकाश छोड़ा, अफ्रीका में, यूरोप में, एशिया में, और उस व्यक्ति की हत्या कराने में अगर किसी संस्था का हाथ था तो आरएसएस का था।
सुधांशु जी,
मुझे लगता है कि चरण चापन की बात करते करते काका जी सुन ही नहीं रहे थे। मैंने तो 27 फरवरी 1948 का सरदार पटेल का लेटर कोट किया, जिसमें वो कह रहे हैं आरएसएस का कोई निष्कर्ष नहीं रहा। और बता दूं, सुनिए, अगस्त 1948 में गुरु गोलवलकर को छोड़ दिया गया।
अरे 4 फरवरी,
और सुनिए,
4 फरवरी
उसके बाद नवंबर 1948,
4 फरवरी,
अरे अब शांति से सुनिए, आप बोल रहे थे, मैंने आपको बोलने दिया, डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया, और मैं एक एक चीज कोट कर रहा हूं, कोई हवा में नहीं बोल रहा हूं। अब हमने टर्म पे बात करी है।
अरे मैं जो कह रहा हूं क्या झूठ
सुनिए,
मैं जो कह रहा हूं क्या झूठ है?
जब आरएसएस पर से प्रतिबंध हटा,
जब आप तो सुन लीजिए मनोज काका जी,
बिल्कुल झूठ है भाई।
जब आप सब बात कर रहे थे तो सुधांशु जी ने आपको इंटरप्ट नहीं किया, अब आप सुन लीजिए।
आप हवा बोल रहे थे, मैं कोट करके बोल रहा हूं तो झूठ है।
सुधांशु भाई को सुन के मैं हैरान था कि उन्होंने कैसे गीता प्रेस को भगवत गीता के साथ जोड़ दिए। ये देखिए कितना साहित्यिक।
तो भगवत गीता के साथ जुड़ी हुई नहीं है क्या गीता प्रेस? आपको पता नहीं है कि 16-17 करोड़ कॉपी भगवत गीता की उन्होंने
तब से जोड़ दिया?
नहीं, उन्होंने प्रिंट किया और लोगों के हाथ में दी है, तो भगवत गीता से ना जोड़ा जाए?
काका जी,
नाविका बहन,
ए भैया काका जी,
नाविका बहन क्या बात कर रही हैं? आप भी गालमेल में फंस जाएंगे। मैं बहुत साधारण बात कर रहा हूं। भगवत गीता के लेखक कौन है? वो एक गीता प्रेस।
मनोज काका जी, मैंने आपको बोलने का पूरा समय दिया, अब आप सुधांशु जी का जवाब नहीं सुनेंगे तो मुझे फेडर डाउन करना पड़ेगा। सुधांशु जी जवाब दे रहे हैं, उसके बाद आपको टिप्पणी करनी होगी, समय दूंगी। सुधांशु जी,
बोल रहा हूं, मुझे लगता है काका जी कान में तेल डाल के बैठे हुए थे। मैंने अपनी शुरुआत गीता से नहीं क्रिएट किया, मैंने कहा जो गीता प्रेस के खिलाफ हैं वो गीता के खिलाफ थे। 2014 में जब प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी जी पहली बार अमेरिका गए और उन्होंने अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति को गीता भेंट की, तब ये सब गीता के खिलाफ थे। वहां से मैंने बोला भाई, सुना ही नहीं पड़ता तो उसके लिए मैं क्या करूं? या आप डिबेट में बैठ के आपका दिमाग कहीं और था तो न सरदार पटेल वाला आपको वो ध्यान आया न कुछ और। मैं बता देता हूं, जो आप सावरकर के बारे में कहते हैं, एक और फैक्ट बता देता हूं। जब लाल किले की अदालत ने नाथूराम गोडसे, नारायण आप्टे को दोषी माना, सावरकर जी को छोड़ दिया, उसके बाद फांसी नहीं हुई थी। फिर शिमला में पंजाब हाई कोर्ट में केस हुआ, नेहरू सरकार गई नहीं सावरकर जी के खिलाफ। क्यों नहीं गई भाई? क्योंकि सबूत नाम की चीज नहीं थी। अब मैं कोट कर रहा हूं डॉक्टर अंबेडकर को, सुनिए। डॉक्टर अंबेडकर ने, जो सावरकर के वकील थे भोपटकर जी, उनको फोन करके कहा कि आप मुझसे मथुरा रोड पे आके मिल सकते हैं, और उन्होंने कहा कि आपके क्लाइंट के खिलाफ कोई केस नहीं बनता। मगर इसके बावजूद उनको नेहरू इसके ऊपर जबरदस्ती साबित करना चाहते हैं। वो पटकर ने कहा कि उनकी मेरे से क्या दुश्मनी, और ये किस किताब में कोट कर रहा हूं, मनोहर मालगांवकर की किताब मैन हु किल्ड गांधी, जो कि विदेश में छपी है 1978 में, और मनोहर मालगांवकर का कोई संघ से लेना देना नहीं है भाई साहब। इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं, आप लोग हवा में पता नहीं कौन सा इतिहास किसने क्या पढ़ा, आए बाएं साए इन्होंने ये कर दिया उन्होंने वो कर दिया। अन्यथा सिर्फ यही बता दीजिए हाई कोर्ट में सावरकर जी के खिलाफ क्यों नहीं गई नेहरू सरकार, क्योंकि उन्हें पता था कि कोई सबूत नाम की चीज नहीं है। वो बता रहा हूं सबूत भी क्या था, मैं आपको बता रहा हूं। दिगंबर बड़गे नामक एक व्यक्ति जो पहली ही बार में सरकारी गवाह बन गया था, जो हथियारों के बारे में, अवैध हथियारों की सप्लाई करता था, उसकी एक गवाही उन्होंने ये कहा कि सावरकर से मिलने गोडसे आए थे और मैंने दूर से खड़े होकर कहा था कि उन्होंने उनसे कहा यशस्वी हो। तो यशस्वी हो का मतलब यह था, इसलिए वो अदालत में चारों खाने चित्त गिरा। भाई साहब जरा पढ़ लिया करिए उस जमाने में, उसके बाद आके बोलिए। संजय झा भी बोल गए, ये मार्क्स मैकाले का छोड़।
Sanjay Jha raising his hand. Sanjay Jha raising his hand. And Sanjay Jha, I want to ask you, Savarkar honored by Indira Gandhi and even Mr. Hanuman Prasad Poddar of Gita Press, उनके नाम का तो स्टैंप नरसिम्हा राव जी ने निकाला है। अब आप लोग इतने कंफ्यूज्ड क्यों हैं कि कुछ कांग्रेसी उनको रिस्पेक्ट देंगे, कुछ कांग्रेसी उनके लिए स्टैंप निकालेंगे, और कुछ कांग्रेसी जो हैं वो सडनली कहेंगे कि ये कम्युनल है? क्यों? What is the logic?
You know, Navika, you have raised a very pertinent question, and I think this deserves an answer. You see, because we live in such a polarized world, we are never able to have a nuanced conversation these days. And that is where I would say Congress was different. I agree with you that Mrs. Indira Gandhi saw Vinayak Damodar Savarkar as a nationalist. You want to ask me this question? I'm a big critic of Narendra Modi and the RSS and the BJP. I also believe that Mr. Savarkar was a nationalist. The difference is that he did become a very different individual once he was released from jail. It was not just a mercy petitions to the British. He actually began to side with the British because he did not want an independent India that would not belong only to the only to the Hindus. Well, this exclusionary politics is what changed Mr. Savarkar. The point number two, this is what I admire about the Congress party. The Congress party actually gave a stamp in order of Mr. Poddar, despite the fact that Mr. Poddar was amongst those who was arrested for Gandhiji's assassination, because the Gita Press has done good work. The problem that we are having today is this, that the Gandhi ideology and the Gita Press ideology are diametrically opposite. Like Sudhanshu ji and I represent.
But Gandhi has been writing for the Gita Press's first issue. Gandhi has written in the Gau Ank of the Gita Press. Madan Mohan Malviya has written for them, and a special edition came out for him. Rajendra Prasad inaugurated this. Are you a bigger congressman than any of these greats that I'm talking about, Sanjay Jha? What do you want me to believe? And let me tell you, when you say Savarkar was a nationalist, and I also believe, like Indira Gandhi, my friend Indira Gandhi honored him in 1980, much after 1947.
Correct.
Okay, so just wake up, smell the coffee. You are not larger and greater than Indira Gandhi, so nobody needs your certificate. Indira Gandhi has given him a certificate. Why present day congressmen can't accept that certificate is a question I haven't understood. I'm coming, one minute, I'm coming to you, Anand Ranganathan, but Rahul Ishwar also raising his hand. I'll go to him first and then come to you. I'm coming to you, Mr. Agarwal, as well. Rahul Ishwar.
Navika ji, just two submissions. For those who don't understand Gandhi, let me show Amit Shah ji last year. Amit Shah ji, January 31st of 2022 said, Mahatma Gandhi was the greatest person to have lived in the past 1,000 years, anywhere in the world. Not only in India, but anywhere in the world. What did Einstein say? The greatest scientist.
Having problems with your audio, Rahul, I'll come back to you. Anand Ranganathan. Anand Ranganathan, do you think Dr. Sanjay Jha has a misplaced sense of history?
Navika, placed or misplaced is all relative, but I would wish that he has some sense of history. Let me ask you a very simple question. I don't want to ask my dear friend Sanjay a question because he gets ballistic and all that. I want to ask you a simple question. What if I were to say, Navika, let's be honest here, something good will come out of the killing of Mahatma Gandhi. because it will release people from the bondage of supermen and put their feet on the ground. Do you think?
How you can?
Do you think
what the Sudhanshu is doing?
Correct.
Why Sudhanshu is quiet?
Now, Navika, please.
Why you are not objecting
Please, gentlemen. Navika, I can't talk like this.
Okay, complete your point. Rohit Agarwal, I'm coming to you next. Anand Ranganathan, complete your point, after which I'll go to Rohit Agarwal.
How can you allow
Thank you.
him to
He's
talk?
made
Now,
very
look at this now. Again, Navika, please. Lower his fader.
Talking like this.
No, what is...
Navika, please.
No, 1 minute.
I have to be allowed to be finished because it's...
Everybody will allow you to finish so long,
Nobody
Dr.
will allow
Anand
me to
Ranganathan,
finish.
so long as you
Navika-
don't hurt any sentiments related with Mr. Gandhi, father of the
now,
nation.
what I said, yes, my dear exalted Mahatma Gandhi, please, I apologize.
You may
now,
let's not be sarcastic.
Navika,
there are a
please.
few things,
Navika,
Anand Ranganathan, which cannot be said on national television simply because they do hurt sentiments of a majority of the people.
So what I said, this gentleman from RLD said, how dare he say this? What I said was verbatim quotes of Ambedkar. Am I not allowed to say Ambedkar on live television? Say it, Navika. Say it. I have quoted Ambedkar. Ambedkar said.
Absolutely, Sudhanshu Trivedi, without reading, has alluded to an interview of Ambedkar to the BBC. Rohit Agarwal ji.
पढ़ना लिखना है नहीं.
हाँ, Rohit Agarwal ji.
तुम तो पढ़ के आए हो ना.
हाँ, Rohit Agarwal ji, what is your objection?
This is very sad and very bad.
Navika, first thing is very clear that on a national television where even the other panelists are sitting, you cannot insult our people like Gandhi ji, our people.
डरपोक मत बनो. बोलो अम्बेडकर गलत थे.
Shut up!
बस निकल गई सारी एकड़ी. निकल गई.
Just shut up! You cannot insult Gandhi on a national television.
Well.
You cannot insult Gandhi on a national television. I will not allow you where I am there in a panel. No, you cannot insult Gandhi.
I am quoting Ambedkar. I am quoting
whatever
Ambedkar.
education you may must have
gone,
I don't know.
Ambedkar. Wherever you
I don't know what your parents have taught you.
I am quoting
but believe
Ambedkar.
me, you cannot insult Gandhi.
Jackass.
You cannot insult
Rohit
Gandhi.
Rohit Agarwal ji, let me just come in here. Let me just put some perspective. On several people in the past, there have been statements that have been made. One of those statements has been quoted by Dr. Anand Ranganathan. You are at complete liberty to be opposed to selective cherry picking, just as Dr. Sanjay Jha said, but you cannot negate the fact that he is quoting. Dr. Anand Ranganathan is quoting. You don't want to believe it. You want to see it in context. You are very well within your rights. But let's not digress from the debate. We are not debating Gandhi ji today. We are debating the award that has been given to the Gita Press. And the Gita Press today is not an institution which has ever taken any doles, any advertisements. They have just gone on a single agenda of making literature and books of Hindu religion and scriptures available at low cost to every Indian household, accessible to them. Now, for that, if the Peace Prize has been awarded to them, what is your objection?
Navika, correct. First of all, if on any topic some panelist is insulting any of the Mahapurush, we should object. Okay. Please shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. This is my turn.
Let's be civil. Let's be civil.
The other thing is this.
Okay.
Navika ji, I want to answer on the topic. So, see, actually, we don't have any problem. You give any award to Gita Press. That is not a problematic for us. The problem is when you cherry pick the things and like Sudhanshu ji has used 4 times the word Gandhi ji was murdered. He has not cherry picked the word assassination. I do understand there is a very thin line between the word murder and assassination. But when you deliberately use the word murder for Gandhi ji, it shows your ideology. It shows your intention. The same problem we have when you are giving a Gandhi Peace Prize to Gita Press that you are shut on the issue of Adi Purush, where your role models, where your gods, where your Dharam Granth are being disrespected by the Bollywood, and there you are completely shut. What was this censor board was doing when he was releasing the film? The kind of dialogues used in Adi Purush,
Dr. Sudhanshu
you are not
Trivedi.
able to speak a single
Dr.
word
Sudhanshu
on that.
Trivedi, please
But
respond.
just to-
Please respond. I'm lowering everybody's fader. Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi is responding.
Actually, what happens when they are not having any answer on a specific subject, then they try to do these type of gimmicks. I would like to quote that on 8th of October 1933, Mahatma Gandhi wrote a letter to Gita Press Gorakhpur in Gujarati, which is very much there. And Gandhi ji has advised, from now onwards, don't take any vigyapan, any advertisement. And don't, so after that, Gita Press Gorakhpur, on the advice of Mahatma Gandhi, has established his principle that they will not take any advertisement, they will not give any opinion, they will not give any analysis, they will just use as a platform to publish those things, and they will not take any money donation from outside. And strictly in adherence to the principle laid down Mahatma Gandhi, they said that they will accept the award of the government of India, we will not accept the donation. Because it was established by महात्मा गांधी. अब मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, गांधी जी के विचारों का क्या आज कांग्रेस में है? गांधी का सादा जीवन उच्च विचार, गांधी का ग्राम स्वराज, गांधी का राम राज्य, गांधी का रघुपति राघव राजा राम, गांधी का अंतिम शब्द हे राम, नथिंग. अगर ये कहीं दिखता है तो आरएसएस के प्रचारकों में अब तो गांधी टोपी भी नहीं दिखती है. यूथ कांग्रेस में गांधी टोपी को राहुल गांधी जी ने मॉडर्न
त्रिवेदी जी और संजय झा जी को पूछना चाहती हूं.
होने की जरूरत नहीं है. मैंने हेजिटेट किया था नाविका जी, मैंने हेजिटेट किया था, मगर यह बात सही है कि डॉक्टर अंबेडकर ने बहुत सारे वर्ड्स यूज किए हैं गांधी जी के बारे में, और वो 55 के इंटरव्यू में भी. अगर ये लोग चेरी पिकिंग कह रहे हैं तो मैं इनसे कहता हूं, जस्ट कोट 5 words, 5 things which Dr. Ambedkar has said in praise of Gandhi ji, and you counter Anand Ranganathan. कर देना चाहिए ना. ये बात सही है. आपको इंसल्ट लगा, मैंने तो नहीं बोला था उसको, मैंने उसको एलिब्रेशन नहीं किया. आपको लगा एलिब्रेशन, you counter it. He has given around 10 references. You give 10 references in which Gandhi ji was praised by Dr. Ambedkar. Please give it. And I think Dr. Sanjay Jha, who is quite a learned person, should be able to give it.
Dr. Sanjay Jha, respond, and while you are at it, also respond to why Nathuram Godse supporter Babulal Chaurasia was taken in by the Congress party. He has built a mandir for Godse, but Madhya Pradesh Congress has no problems in taking him in. Also Ranbir Pateria, Nathuram Godse अमर रहे जिन्होंने कहा था, वो भी अब कांग्रेस पार्टी में है, वो भी अब कांग्रेस पार्टी में है. तो क्या हो गया, कितना कंफ्यूजन है?
नाविका जी, मैं संक्षेप में इतना ही कहना चाहूंगा. सुधांशु जी मेरे मित्र हैं, आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट पर, बहुत इज्जत करता हूं उनका, सबसे अच्छे प्रवक्ता हैं भाजपा की तरफ से. मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूंगा कि देखिए, आप लोगों तो प्रज्ञा सिंह तिवारी, प्रज्ञा सिंह ठाकुर, जिन्होंने नाथूराम गोडसे को देशभक्त कहा, गांधी जी के हथियारों को आप उनका एक उत्सव बनाना चाहते हैं. देखिए, आप लोग का जो राजनीति है वो दुनिया समझ चुकी है. आपका इतिहास है. देखिए, भारतीय इतिहास कुछ और है. और मैं आई वांट टू गिव वन कोट टू यू फ्रॉम द कल्याण पेपर, and you will see the echo of the love jihad which is being spread by the BJP today. And this was said by the Gita Press long time ago. Christians and Muslims would enter our homes, marry our daughter, beef would be cooked in our homes. The same language. The ideology is so similar, is compatible with the way the Sangh Parivar thinks today. I have no problem with the BJP winning elections, but the BJP should not divide our country. The BJP should not try and destroy history.
Has it not happened in Pakistan? Has it not happened in Kashmir?
देखिए,
don't tell us all these stories, Dr. Sanjay Jha. You know, we come from families which have gone through partition. Both my parents have walked from Pakistan, from Lahore to this part of India.
Now again I would like to say, Navika, just one sentence.
And there wasn't any love being showered on them there. May I tell you?
Sanjay Jha ji,
I understand that, Navika. I empathize with that.
संजय झा जी, इस ढंग के पैथेटिक चीजों का रेफरेंस न दिया जाए तो अच्छा है. अन्यथा जो मोपला ने किया था, और उसके बाद जो गांधी जी का उस पर रिएक्शन था, उस पर जो डॉक्टर अंबेडकर का रिएक्शन था, पढ़ लीजिएगा जाके, बहुत सारी आंखें खुल जाएंगी भाई साहब। इन चीजों का रेफरेंस ना करें। मोपला में जो केरल में मोपलाओं ने जो मुस्लिम्स ने किया था, उसके ऊपर जिस ढंग की प्रतिक्रिया गांधी जी ने दी थी, उस पर अंबेडकर का क्या रिएक्शन था, ये जाके चेक कर लीजिएगा। इसलिए मैंने बातें एक्सप्लिसिट नहीं बोली, मैंने सिर्फ दर्शकों से कहा आप जाइए 1955 का वो इंटरव्यू डॉक्टर अंबेडकर की आवाज में खुद सुनिए। डॉक्टर अंबेडकर ने अपनी बुक मुस्लिम पॉलिटिक्स एंड द पार्टीशन ऑफ इंडिया किताब में क्या क्या लिखा है वो पढ़िए। मोपला के बारे में क्या लिखा, गांधी जी के बारे में क्या लिखा। आई हैव लेफ्ट अप टू द विजडम ऑफ द व्यूअर्स।
And Mr. Rohit Agarwal, may I tell you what Gandhi ji himself said? I confess to you that when doubts haunt me, when disappointments stare me in the face, and when I see not one ray of light on the horizon, I run to the Bhagavad Gita and find a verse to comfort me, and I immediately begin to smile in the midst of overwhelming sorrow. This is what Gandhi ji wrote about Bhagavad Gita, printed by whom?
We are not
printed by Gita Press. So call Gandhi a Hindu, communal Hindu.
Navika ji, we have no problem with Bhagavad Gita. We have no problem with Gita Press. We have the problem with the dual ideology of Bharatiya Janata Party. When Sanatan Dharma is being targeted on a Bollywood film, Adi Purush, then these people are not uttering a word. And on the same end, these people are taking a theka for Sanatan Dharma when they are giving a award to Gita Press for publishing this.
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी जी, आदि पुरुष पर आप कुछ नहीं कह रहे, वहां सनातन धर्म हर्ट हो रहा है और गीता प्रेस का आपने पूरा बेड़ा उठाया हुआ है। जवाब
देखिए, once INB minister has made it very clear and they themselves have decided that they are withdrawing all those dialogues which were hurting the sentiments. Definitely they were hurting the sentiments, so they are need to be rewritten and the things has to be republished. But अरे सुनिए तो सर, आप लोग तो वो है ना जिन्होंने गोलियां चलवाई थी, और मैं बताना चाहता हूँ, सुनिए रोहित अग्रवाल जी, अगर आपको नहीं याद हो
सीता जी के कपड़ों का क्या करेंगे, और जो उसके अंदर जो गलत,
अरे डबल रोल नहीं, हम अरे डबल रोल अभी आपका बता रहे हैं सर, सुन तो लीजिए,
गलत तरीके से
आप बार-बार
Ji, please, he's responding to you. He's responding to you. Please listen.
Now I am responding precisely to you. Again, I am saying to the viewers, go and check. On 24th of October 1990, when LK Advani ji was stopped by Lalu Prasad Yadav ji, his bite is available in Doordarshan. He has said, "Koi Ramlala nahi, ye जात बिरादरी का देश है और रामलला क्या उनके भीतर गड़ा हुआ था? अगर ऐसा था तो काहे नहीं रोक लिए जिस समय आए?" This was the word of your leader, and now you are trying to give a sermon on. Your government was there in Delhi. Vishwanath Pratap Singh was Prime Minister, and Lalu ji was in his party at the time when the firing was done on कार सेवक. तो आज आकर ये भाषण मत दीजिए कि साहब वो दो डायलॉग पे तो आप इतने हो गए, खुद डायलॉग आपके नेता का क्या था ये जरा जाके देख लीजिए दूरदर्शन के आर्काइव से. मैंने डेट भी बता दी है, मे भी 25 26 अक्टूबर हो सकती है, मगर 24 अक्टूबर को गिरफ्तारी के बाद उन्होंने ये प्रतिक्रिया देते हुए दिया था. ये दूरदर्शन.
Well, I only want to end with this. For the Congress party, it needs to answer why there is not a single eyebrow raised when MF Hussain is awarded both the Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan under the Congress regime, despite the fact that many feel he depicted Hindu gods and goddesses in a manner that was not acceptable to the Hindus. Why did they give Ghulam Mohammad Mir a Padma Shri in 2010, a man who surrendered as a Kashmiri militant against whom cases of extortion and attempted murder were there? Padma Shri to him. Karnataka, they celebrate Tipu Jayanti, but when it comes to giving an award for perpetuation of Sanatan Dharma through the books that they've written and through the yeoman service that they have done, the Gita Press is today being questioned. Is that really justified? It's a question I leave to you, the viewers, tonight. Thank you very much to all my panelists, and thank you, viewers, for joining me on the Newshour tonight. Heated debate, but that's the way it always is on the News Hour at 9. I'll see you tomorrow, same time and same show. Good night. Be safe.